It's your guy who was never lying. Sometimes defiant TP Way the Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for tapping on this video and rocking with us. Listen, man, this is going to be a great episode / show. This is the first to many to come. Let me just promise y'all this, man. Y'all do not want to miss what's coming to y'all, man. Y'all do not want to miss this. I have some giant soldiers, man. They are, matter of fact, lieutenants. I have some giant lieutenants, man, that is joining me today. Real quick, before they introduce themselves, I just wanted to take this time to just tell y'all, man, I was very strategic on who I had to join me, man, and this was for a reason. These two gentlemen don't have the biggest following in the world. None of us don't have the biggest following in the world. And I actually love that because when y'all figure it out and when they blow up, I'm glad I'm able to say, yo, in the beginning, I was able to rock with these dudes, man. And these are dudes that I actually listen to, who I actually watch. And so I had to hit them up, man, and ask them if they could join me, man. So I am truly thankful that they are lending me their time. And we're going to go ahead, man, and just introduce them, man. Yo, take the mic. I'm not in no specific order. Y'all go ahead.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? My name's David, but I'm known as the Giant Way. Just a little about me. I wasn't born and raised a Giants fan, but my dad was, and his influence pretty much influenced me. So that's what it is.
Your pops is a legend, man. Your pops is a legend, just for that.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
What's up, y'all? This is Jorge from Born for Sports. My YouTube channel is Born for Sports. BORN 4 SPORTZ. And I'm a season ticket holder for the Giants since 2022, but been a Giant fan since 1986 when I was a kid, before I even got out of freaking elementary. Believe it or not, it's always been like that. It's in the DNA. I bleed blue, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to talk it, and let's do it, baby.
So listen, this is a little nerdy thing that I like to do, man. Especially when I like to talk to Giants fans. I like to hear the backstory of how they became a Giants fan, man. And I just feel like it ain't gonna get more of a perfect setting, man. I'm gonna start with myself, man. Listen, for those who know, I'm from Virginia. New York is my second home. Lived in New York. Created some great memories, man. But one of the memories that birthed me to be a Giants fan is my first NBA game. This is when the Nets were the New Jersey Nets, and we were driving up to watch the Nets play. And before we got there to the Nets arena, I seen this big ass stadium, and it said Giants on the side of it. And this was before MetLife. As a little kid, man, everything just seems so big. You know what I mean? Everything just seems like your perspective is just like a lot different. And I just remember riding past the stadium, and I heard like a crowd, but of course it was nobody in there. Just my mind was just like, wow, this is what I see. This I was like, yo, this is what I see on Madden, man. This is real life. And that seed just grew from there, man. And just being at that time, I was living in New York, and I just won't know looking back after that, man. So that's how I became a Giants fan. David, talk to us, man. You said your pops kind of, led
yeah, man. Way. So pretty much me coming out, like, finding my team in the NFL. It was definitely the Rams first, and then Michael Vick hit the scene, and then it was the Falcons. But the Giants won the Super Bowl, and ever since then, I've always been a Giants fan. You can call me a bandwagon, whatever. But no, I had to see them. I had to see them win a ring, and then ever since then, man, my dad is just one of them people that's just so passionate. I'm talking about he's one of them guys that will literally go on Madden, soup up everybody and play. You know what I mean? So he's one of two diehard fans. Like we lose a game, he put the Madden on and blow them out type stuff. So just he's my influence. You know, it definitely comes from him. And then ever since, you know, just watching them and seeing them build and everything they can do, I just fell in love. Just fell in love.
That's dope. Let me read this chat real quick, man. This is Papa Lou. He said, my man got rid of the ops and brought some true geniuses to the stage. God is good.
Word.
That's what, man. That's for that NFC East Soldiers thing, man, that we do. Yeah, man, I definitely had to get some more blue in here, man. It was only right.
Re-up on them real quick.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, Jorge, go ahead, man. It's on you, man.
Well, you know, ever since I was younger, when I was in school, it was always a thing. At that time, the Giants, the Niners, and Washington, those and the Cowboys and the Eagles, those are the fans that was in school. So it was a little rivalry thing in the BX. It was always like that, especially Giants, Niners. It was crazy at that time. They were playing each other in the playoffs every year. That's why people tell me, like, how could you hate the Niners? Like, they're not even in it. Nah, bro. I'm from back then. I'm from the era of the greatest of all time, LT. You know, Phil Simms hitting them steam patterns to Bavaro and all of that. I'm from there. Leonard Marshall putting Montana on his back, all of that. So in school, it was always Giants, Niners, Giants, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Washington, whatever. So, you know, my pops, he showed me the way at first. You know, he was hey, you know, and the funny thing was he's a Rams fan, but, you know, he followed the Giants. So he gave me two choices. Listen, I look at the Rams.
Smart man.
Like, Jim Everett. Look at Anderson.
Yeah.
Eric Dickerson, he's good, but
right.
I look to the left. I'm like, wait a minute. Who that number 56? Who is that?
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm a kid, so it's like it's just like, yeah, you're going through that bandwagon moment. So you're like, okay, who am I choosing? Yeah, I'm running with 56. Whoever 56 played for, I'm running with him.
I'm riding with
exactly, and it went from there, man. My favorite player of all time.
Yes, sir, man.
Greatest of all time, LT. And then, you know, it just grew. It just grew. And then, you know, 90, the second Super Bowl, when everyone counted us out, that was another year in school, which was legend. Went through that.
Oh, yeah.
And it went all the way, you know. And ever since then, I've loved the Giants, man. I love the Giants. I've lived through the good times and the bad time. I lived through Danny Cannell. I lived through Kent Graham. I went through Dave Brown, of course. The first quarterback that still haunts me to the day. But we're going to get into that.
Oh, my God.
But, yeah, I went through all of that, baby. All of that. So it's like, you know, it was destiny. It was destiny. And then
we have real quick. We have another man, giant lieutenant, man. This is not a soldier right here. This is a lieutenant. Unpopular opinion sports. Listen, if y'all are not subscribed to this dude, man, y'all are sleeping, man. He says what's good, fellas. This is somebody who I consistently watch, man. His content is great. And, you know, hopefully, man, look, I hit him up, man. I know that he's a busy man because he has a lot going on, but hopefully he joins us one day, man, for sure. Because I met him at the draft this year.
That's dope.
I was telling y'all before we started recording, man. The draft was in Detroit, so you know I had to make sure I made it to that, and I met him, man. And it just turns out that he knew what part of the city I was from in Virginia and all of that. So we connected off of that, and I've been tuned in with him ever since. Big Dash Nose, Big Blue all day, fellas. Yes, sir. Giant salute to Big Dash Nose, man. That's my guy right there for sure. He's another one. Y'all probably already know, but he's another one who I tune into faithfully. I don't know if there's a video he posts that I don't watch, you know what I mean? NYG22, what's good, bro? Yes, sir, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. So look, Let's get straight to it, man. Let me just check the temperature real quick. I just want to get a rundown on how y'all feeling at this moment in time, man. It's a lot of things, a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. David, yo, start it off, man. Just give us a rundown on how you feeling at this exact moment.
We just talking about the team.
Yeah. Just how you feel with the team so far, man.
I mean, honestly, I love it, man. I love that we don't have an identity. I think that's good for us because no one knows what we coming with. I believe that, you know, us having a committee, that's going to be a big help. Just because obviously, you know, when Saquon's in the game, there's a possibility he's getting the ball. With these new running backs, you don't know what we got cooking up. So I definitely love the dynamic that we have for sure.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. I think you nailed it though. You nailed it. That's really how I feel. I feel like I appreciate the unknown. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I appreciate that you don't really know, you know, what it's about to be. Oh, hey, it's on you, man.
Yeah. Listen, I agree with Giants way. I agree with that to this extent. You know, when they knew Saquon was in the game, they knew they had to focus on Saquon. He was our one playmaker. Everyone knew what was going on.
That's a fact.
So it's like now it's like, okay, what we got cooking now. Right now is good. Right now is good, but eventually they will have to find the identity, and I think they will because I think Brian Day was the right coach for that job. You know what I'm saying? And he's calling plays this year too. Listen, I'm sorry to say it. In 2022, he was calling more plays, and he actually had Daniel Jones decent.
Right.
He came up with a game plan every week. It always changed every week or to what we're gonna do to attack the other team and stuff like that. I ain't got nothing against Kapka, but I'm not like in love with him.
Right. Yeah. Nah, I feel you.
He hasn't shown me enough, you know.
Right.
So that encourages me that Brian Daboll will be calling the plays. And it's a big year for Daniel Jones, man. It's a big year, man. It's either sink or swim this time. It's 6 years in,
sir.
baby. I need something.
Yes, sir.
I need something, baby.
We're gonna actually get into that. We're gonna actually get into that because it wouldn't even be right if we don't talk about the obvious, right? But to piggyback off of what y'all was saying, man, I have expectations that a lot of Giants fans at this moment don't have. And that's only because I just feel like the pieces are coming together well. Of course, there's an unknown to it. Of course, we don't really know until we see it gel together. But just how I'm seeing it in my head, just how I'm just picturing it, I feel good, man. And I feel like we are going to be typical Big Blue when we are good. We're going to shock a lot of people, man. So just to kind of get, I'm telling you. So
I was gonna say just to piggyback off that. I mean, you're absolutely right, man. It's just the whole thing is like obviously we're gonna have an identity at the end of the year, but we have so many weapons that each person can be a threat. If you're talking about Wan'Dale, if you're talking about Hyatt, even Slayton, and even Daniel Bellinger, they can all be weapons. So it's just how can we put it together?
Right, I feel you, bro. Listen. The weapons are there, bro. That's why I'm like, I need something, Jones. I need something because, like Giants Way said, the weapons are there. We got Wan'Dale in the slot. He gonna cook with neighbors getting
man. Man. And that's a sleeper,
cook, bro.
That's a sleeper, man. People are not really understanding, man.
So you got Slayton on the outside, Hyatt on the outside. Now you got Wan'Dale underneath, and then you got neighbors underneath. Who do you cover?
Right. And you know by the end of by like at least mid-season, those defensive coordinators we facing every week, they're gonna be like, yo, we gotta stop this neighbors kid, man. He's too good.
And then y'all start focusing on him. Go ahead, my fault.
No, all good, baby. That's gonna open up everything. Wan'Dale gonna have that underneath all day long. Hyatt gonna get his bombs. You know he a deep threat. Like I look at this the weapons on this offense, especially in the receiver corps. I mean, the talent is there, man. It's talent is there. If they get the protection and Jones gets that ball all to the right reads and, plays better, you know what? Like he said, like Wade said, who are you going to stop? You're going to have to choose something.
So look, let's matter of fact, I was going to wait, but we can't hold this much any longer, man. Let's go ahead and talk about Daniel Jones, man. Let's get into it, man. I'm just feeling like every Giants fan, that's their number one question mark. What Daniel Jones are we going to get? Big Dash Nose says it's definitely sink or swim time. I'm with Hood. Yeah, man. You can't run from that, man. You can't run from that. And he is the guy. Whether you like it, whether you don't, he is the guy. I want to go around, man, and I just want all of y'all to get your Daniel Jones, opinion out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm a Daniel Jones, guy. And when I say that, I'm not saying that I believe Daniel Jones is gonna be the best thing that ever happened.
I see you.
That's not, what I mean? Look, I let it be known because boom. This is the team I wore this specifically because I knew we was gonna get on it. All right?
Yeah. I see you and I see Giant Way too in that job.
So look, I cannot wait, man, and I really hope this happens, man. But I cannot wait until Daniel Jones has a phenomenal year, and I get to put out that video that says, "Motherfuckers, I told you so." I'm just waiting on that specific moment, man. And I'm not even going to lie to you. I will feel so good. But I do know it's going to come with work, man. And I do understand that there is not all good when it comes to Daniel Jones. I am well aware. I want y'all to understand that. I am well aware. But I believe that Daniel Jones, man, he has capabilities that people do not give him credit for. And if he plays how I just know he can, it's going to be incredible, man, especially like y'all said with the targets. And I just think that he's built for this too in a way, man. This dude comes from Duke. Like, he's used to the pressure, you know what I mean? Like, he's not even supposed to be here. So I think that he is very much capable of doing what I have in mind. But David, go ahead, man. What you think, man? Talk to me.
I mean, man, Daniel Jones. I mean, I'm just a big fan of him, man. It's hard for me not to be a fan of him. Just looking at what he's come into, and stepping into the light as a Giants quarterback. First things first, we have not protected him, and everyone can agree with that, especially if our owner comes out and says that we did everything possible to mess this kid up. And then on top of that, you don't give him no weapons to throw the ball to. And then on top of that, you got a star running back that gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, well, where does that leave Daniel Jones? And a lot of the pressure was left on him.
Hurt also.
And he got hurt as well. And no one expects him to come out and go to the playoffs and then get hurt the next year. No one expects for Evan Neal not to do his job. And then we lose Thomas in the first game. Like no one expects that to happen. So a lot of that stuff was out of Daniel's hands. So I just think we just really need to build around him. Definitely get Evan Neal right. And I believe he needs a very, very short leash. I'm talking 2 games max. And if he's showing problems in the preseason, bro, we might as well go ahead and address it now. Let's not wait to the last.
I was big on Neal too when we drafted him too. I was big on
Neal.
I wasn't, believe it or not. I was not. Bro. I watched the game in Alabama and I seen my dude getting cooked, cooked. And everybody thought I was tripping, and he came into the NFL and dropped a dud. So I'm just waiting.
Hey, real quick, Big Dash News says that was me last year. Wait and say I told people so, but we fell on our faces last season. And yeah, man, and I mean that's what brings such the question mark, because really from Daniel Jones last season, you have the Dallas game to go off of, and then you have the Cardinal game to go off of. One was tragic. The other one was a flash of 2022. You know what I mean? But hey, talk to us, man.
Well, I'm gonna be that guy. Listen, I gotta be that guy only for two reasons. This dude is frustrated the dog-ish out of me, bro. Because when he first came, let's just go back to rookie year, right?
Okay.
He first came in, he cooked Tampa that first game. He cooked them. So I was like, you know what? This kid got some talent. We got something to work with here. Let's see if he can get better. There's flaws with any rookie quarterback, but there's something there. Then he just, the progression. Some of it is coaching. I'm not even gonna act like coaching didn't play a part over the years as well. Judge was god awful. Let's be honest.
Right.
Jason Garrett was his offensive coordinator. That was a terrible decision by management to even put him, Mr. Dave Gettleman, and and all of that.
Definitely.
But so that's another thing. So I'm just gonna flash to 2022. Coming into the year, we had new GM, new coach. The roster talent wasn't what it is, I think, today. So it all lined up to where, you know what? We're probably gonna have a tough first year with a new regime. They're probably gonna move on from Jones after the season. And then all of a sudden, Dable sprinkled that pixie dust on his team, and they went on a run. And the guy that I saw against the Colts in that last game to clinch a playoff spot, and the guy that I saw play against the Vikings in the playoffs and the regular season game, by the way, the regular season game, he was pretty good too. That game against the Vikings in Minnesota in the playoff game, I said, wow, this is the guy that I envisioned him being in his rookie year. But the problem with him is two things. And it's not all his fault. I'm not going to say that. But two things. Number one, he gets hurt a lot. And when you talk about neck injuries, bro, that 2 and 3 years, that scares the shit out of me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Not to cut you off, bro. But
ahead,
why?
brother.
But why? Why does he get hurt too much? It's because he's getting hit too much.
Yeah, he's getting hit. That is true. But you know something? No, all good. That is, you can't take that away. He's getting hit a lot. But he runs into hits as well.
I'm glad you said that, because that's exactly what I was kind of thinking. So I think it's
that's
both.
Who he is.
That motherfucker will not slide, yo. Like, he did a little bit better at it, 2022-ish. But yeah, man, he does have a problem with not getting down. And even when he do, it'd be awkward.
Can you blame him? Can you blame him?
240. He's a tough. Don't get me wrong. He's tough. I won't say he's not tough. He's a tough dude, and he's big and he takes hits. But you know what? You still play quarterback, bro. Sometimes you got to make a business decision for the team. You got to slide. Right. You got to kind of get out of bounds. But I get it. That's that dog in him. The way his mentality of playing since dude, he's not going to do it. So some of it is the O-line getting hit, but also is him taking hits when he shouldn't, because a big part of his game is running that football. It makes him dangerous because, let's be honest, he hasn't, for whatever reason it is, whether he hasn't had the weapons or the protection, he hasn't been a big passing quarterback. He just hasn't. So the running game is a part of who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So injuries are a concern,
Definitely.
Big Dash News, real quick, my fault. Big Dash News says the Green Bay game 2 in London was good. Especially
that was a good game,
left the game.
Yeah.
And he said he would run out of bounds. That's a fact.
So my thing is, like, I agree with everything that you're saying, bro, but we gotta really talk about the context of the game. 9 times out of 10, we are down. We are down in the game. We are losing. So Daniel Jones don't have no choice but to go. Like, we gotta get it in any means necessary. And nobody says this when Lamar Jackson does it. Nobody says it when Josh Allen does it. Nobody says any of that. Oh, he's such a great player. Oh, he's got the grit. But when Daniel Jones does it, it's a problem.
Well, my pushback to that is Josh Allen is built a little different. He's down there a running back at quarterback. He's built for it. Daniel Jones, Daniel Jones
dude
cannot
different.
take the same punishment as Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I beg to differ. I really beg
You
to
think
differ
so?
because every time that
He's
he's
been
gotten
more
injured,
durable, let's be
every
honest.
time that
He's
he's
been more
gotten
durable.
injured, it's been behind the line of scrimmage.
No,
He has never.
no.
When did he get
Look,
hurt?
I recall one. You remember when he got out the pocket and he was trying to hit the goal line, and a dude from Dallas
Cowboys.
Yeah,
Cowboys.
Yeah, and he
put him
launched
out.
his whole body into my man and almost killed him. Yeah.
I mean,
that was out the pocket.
wait
He
a
tried to
minute,
kill him.
bro.
Big Dash knows. My fault. Let me real second. Don't forget your point. Big Dash knows says it gets murky when you start to compare what others quarterbacks can do. That is a huge fact. Ollie Jackson, no. Josh Allen has better supporting cast around him.
He does.
Yeah,
he does.
That's a fact.
Can't take
number 14 that. From Dallas. Go. Yeah. Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And getting back to that point against that game against the Cowboys, I mean, he tried to put it on his back and he extended, tried to get into that goal line, and he took a hit. He took a bad hit. And that's one of those things, you know. I mean, my man is like 3-4 yards from the goal line, and he's like trying to, you know. I mean,
but look,
I
don't get me wrong
more than anything, but you can't fault dude, you know.
Like, listen, I appreciate the heart. Don't get me wrong, I love it.
No doubt. I
want my quarterback to have that mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just don't think when it comes to what's best for the team, I just think like, you know, those type of decisions.
I can agree.
Those type of decisions hurt us. But to your point, I will say, yes, man, yes. The O-line has a lot to do with that also. And we can't ignore that. You know what I mean?
You can't ignore it. It's a part.
Man. I don't know if y'all did catch the Hard Knocks. We was talking, but on Hard Knocks, they had the little reel, and they didn't even show all of it because they would have took the whole episode. But they had the little reel when they was showing Daniel Jones getting his ass whooped.
You know what I mean? Smoked behind that line of scrimmage last year, no doubt about it. 85 sacks last year. I mean, it's tough to dispute the O-line wasn't an issue last year.
Bro, tragic. We was terrible.
It was bad. It was bad, I mean, we had practice squad dudes in there. Listen, I'm at the games with my 330 crew. Shout out to my section 330 crew. If y'all see this, what's goody, baby?
Giant salute.
For sure. But we at these games and we're like, bro, like, it don't matter who back there right now. Like, who is that? Who is that numbers whatever over there? I never even heard it. He was on the practice squad. Where is he? Like, some of these dudes,
I made a whole video about that.
Yeah, some of these dudes, it was like, whoa, like we really went to the season with this Azudu. I mean, I've heard he's a nice guy, nice kid, whatever.
He's a guard.
He's a guard, my dude.
He's a
guard. Why are we playing him at tackle? You know why? Because they didn't have any depth. And that was on Shane. He was supposed to address that better. He didn't get a vet because they were counting. Well, some of it is on Shane in a way, but some of it is also on Neil. They felt like he's a first-round pick. Why? We shouldn't have to, like, do that. He's going to be better this year. He's not injured. We'll see. Hey, it's half and half blame there, but the facts are the facts. They didn't protect themselves, and it was bad. We had no depth once those injuries hit. And when Andrew Thomas got hurt, chasing down a freaking blocked field goal, that changed the line season for the rest of the year. Tell me I'm not lying.
All bad.
Look, Ollie Jackson says,
"They're making me drink right now. Just think about that."
I see you. Ollie Jackson says, "Give Jones a better line, and we shall see what he is truly made of." Big Dash Knows says, "Remember the week before the Dallas game, he ran over the Atlanta defensive tackle on the goal line. That is a fact. I remember that. that.
My man's a dog, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't know about that sliding shit.
Ollie Jackson says the O-line coach from last year was horrible too, because if the O-line coach is allowed to make a lateral move like that with no pushback from Buffalo, that tells me that the O-line coach was horrible."
Get that Bobby Johnson dude the F out.
Yeah,
that's get him the F out of here, bro.
Big Dan says, "I was looking at the Philly game this year and saw some tickets in that section."
Must be
Oh,
Come
word?
through, baby.
Okay.
Come through,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
Come through. We're
Yeah.
gonna be out there. Trust me. 3:30
That's a
crew,
fact.
baby.
Nah, definitely big.
Section 14. We out there.
Hey, so listen, I definitely, this is kind of a benefit of having you on board, man, because like you said, you are a season ticket holder. So to be honest, your view is a lot, different and better than our view. You know what I mean? Of course, I was telling them, before we started, is I try to at least go to one game a year. I'm stationed, in Michigan. So I at least try to go to one game. You go to every home game at least, right? So from that perspective,
lucky, man. You was lucky.
Yeah, from that perspective, you kind of have a visual, man, of what's downfield and things of that nature. So,
that brought that up. Because I
that,
wanted to actually, not to cut you off, my bad, brother.
Nah, go ahead. Yeah.
I actually wanted to give another perspective on Jones as far as his ability to with receivers running down the field, and like Giants Way said, we got better weapons this year for him than he's ever had. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. However, there was times where we're watching the games. And this guy's open, and he's just like one read. Oh, it's not there. All right, I'm running, or I'm checking it down, and I'm seeing Hyde. He down the field, like what the doing all that.
Oh man,
Slayton,
that's
yo, and Slayton and him are like this. Let's get into that. They like this. So he tried not to do too much on the field because he know they're gonna put it out there. But I've seen a couple times. I ain't going front. I've seen it. Where receivers have gotten frustrated. Even Darren Waller, Mr. Retired, Mr. I want to be a rapper now. But that's another story for another day. But anyway,
just to chime in on what you're saying, yeah, man, I pretty much agree with what you're saying. But the only thing I have to say about that is just like, if we really look at Daniel Jones' position and like what's been happening to him, I mean, my man is shell shocked. As soon as he hiked the ball, he's already looking for linemen to come and hit him. So I mean, it's really hard to keep your eyes down the field when you being chased.
Last year for sure, yeah.
Yo, it's crazy because that makes me think of what Carl Banks has mentioned one time. Carl Banks was saying, like, listen, of course I know I used to hit quarterbacks. I know how it is for a quarterback after getting hit so many times. I know how it is. How the difference in they play. You know what I mean? Unpopular opinion sports. He says that's the stuff that kills me. Why they trying to make a Zudu a guard is beyond me. Why they want the right tackle, light-skinned Jermaine, to play left guard is even more puzzling. That is a fact.
I got nothing on that.
So the only reason why I think why they did that was just through the grapevine is that they want what's his name, Runyon next to Neal to mentor him. Because Runyon is the better pass blocker, to help him out with them stunts, like you said. And then Jermaine, I mean, I don't think it really matters where he is. He gonna show out. It's just how can he gel and can we keep him in that place so he can do what he needs to do.
Yeah, Jermaine's a very versatile lineman. He can play all over the place.
Yeah.
Ollie Jackson says because he doesn't trust the blocking in front of him, he's either gonna know he's gonna get hit, take the hit and make the play or find another position. Well. Yeah, man.
Well, it was nothing worse to me when I'm sitting in them stands on Monday night against Seattle. And I don't know if I'm going to bring it up. I got to do it because there was no one there, baby. There was no one. He drops back and he looks straight at
the goal line joint
and through that pick six right there. I was just like,
yo, listen. And listen, bro, that one play, like when I tell you, man, I was heartbroken over that one, man. Because like I feel like we did everything. I feel like
we was driving
for a change. Everybody else did everything right. And that was such a big part of the game.
One of the best drives of the year, to be honest. It was one of the best drives the offense had. But with Jones as the quarterback last year, even with all those problems with the line.
I get y'all frustration. Like, I get y'all frustration. But, I mean, at the same time, it's just like, from that whole series, like, yes, it's not ideal for him to throw the pick six. Like, come on, that's not ideal. But my man, he was like he was spotless. He didn't have no blemishes that series. You know what I mean? He was pretty much 100% on all his throws. And it's just he made that bad choice. And I really believe it was just because he was just shell shocked.
Ollie Jackson.
That looked like Joe Judge, Daniel Jones version of that day.
Man, that one made me sick. And I felt the frustration of Coach Dable. Well, hold on. Let me read this before I get into this point. Ollie Jackson says, watch how this year goes. The O-line will be better than this new O-line coach. Now, I believe it. I mean, it has to be better, man. It can't be any worse, man. And he said, he has a tendency of staring down his wide receivers.
That's my pops, if y'all ain't know.
Oh, this your pops? Okay,
that's my pops. Yeah.
Man, look, Giants.
Salute, look, Mr. Man, Jackson.
I actually referred to you as a legend, man, because you the one who got it started for David here, yes, man. So yeah, welcome aboard, man. Thanks for tuning in for sure.
Respect.
But yeah, man, I think Coach Dable and Daniel Jones' relationship, man, is something that is not talked about enough. Is it healthy or is it getting to him? Because we've seen in that place specifically, we've seen Coach Dable hop on that ass, you know what I mean? So,
bro, not to cut you, we saw it from up there. We was like, yo, he is spazzing on him. I'm like,
that's a fact.
What is he saying to him? Like, whoa.
The only thing that
Jones actually show a little heart, like he said something back to Coach. So I'm like, whoa, this is not one of those. I'm letting you know you did something wrong and on to the next play. This was frustration on both ends. That there was something there. There was.
No, that's a fact.
The only thing that I didn't like that Dable did was pretty much throw the iPad at him. That's the only thing that I didn't like about that whole situation between them. Like I get the ball, you know, frustrated and this, that, and the third, but it's just like, bro, you not out here and you not getting hit. So it's just like,
I'm gonna have to give you another one. I'm gonna have to give you another one. You know what pissed me off what Coach Dable did, y'all? Was when he kept Daniel Jones in that Dallas game, man. That pissed me off.
Oh, when we was blowing it, when they blew us up?
Yeah. Because I felt like, yo, you was just sending a horrible message to any and everybody. Yeah, man. That was. I ain't gonna lie, that had me tight. But yeah, big time Giants fan since '83. OG, yeah, much respect.
That's to that.
That's what's up.
Big Dad says Jones does stare down receivers.
He definitely do. And I'm not saying that he
don't do that in the NFL, baby. Can't do it, man.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're Patrick Mahomes. You do that, you're gonna throw a pick. It's just not gonna work out right. You know?
He said he lucky he didn't throw it at him.
Facts,
bro. Dash, no lie. Look like he was.
I think another reason though why he stares at wide receivers is because of the system that's being ran. Like I feel like he's being told, like, this is your number one. This is where we going. If it's not there, then you need to improvise. I feel like you don't have free reign to scan.
Yo, David, I'm gonna give you a salute, man, because you are going to defend Daniel Jones, and I respect that.
Bro, till I die. Till I die. I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't care. Until he's off the team,
going down
my
with
will not change.
Yeah, I respect it, yo. Hey, but look, yo,
I feel you on that though.
It's just family, man. So it's okay, yo. You know what I mean? It's just family here, you know, because I'm like that, but I'm talking to other motherfuckers. Like, if it's somebody outside of the Giants nation, or if it's somebody who's clearly a hater, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm with you, yo.
It's only family talk about family. Nah. Exactly, I'm not tolerating none of that from an Eagle, Giant, or a Cowboy, whoever. Nah.
Keep that here. That's a fact. Big Dad says much respect, Ali. Yes, sir. Unpopular Opinion Sports says I always say that Jones' flaws are mental. He plays different when he's confident. That is exactly how I feel about him, man, because he does, man. He does. And that's what I was kind of saying about, you know, what I believe he's made for it. Yo, it's like this when you could tell when he is in his zone, man. When he is in his zone, nobody can mess with him, man. And he's just different when he's confident. When he starts having fun with this shit, oh my God.
It starts with
that's my quarterback, man.
It's beautiful.
But like you said, that mental breakdown, man, when he gets like we mentioned in that Seattle game, when he has that mental breakdown shit, man, it makes you feel like, yo, throw the whole team away. Like it makes you get on that type of time.
It gives me
You know
Dave
what
Brown
I mean?
vibes. I hate to say it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I hate
That
to
is
say
a
it.
fact.
I've lived through it, so understand where I'm coming. You know, it's like, and my counter to that also, and like you guys said, you know, when he's confident, he plays well. As any quarterback in the league, when you're confident in what's in front of you, protecting you,
not
your
being
receivers
touched,
getting open, all of that, your coaching, calling the right plays, that's all fine and dandy. But my guys, it's year 6, baby. It's year 6.
Yep.
In year 6, the NFL is designed to have the quarterback not have everything perfect in front of him to be successful. And there's going to come a time where the rubber's going to meet the road, whether he's the guy or he's not. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of quarterbacks, they don't have it perfect in the year 6. But you know what? They're competing. They're staying healthy as possible. You know, they're doing what's needed to win the games. And I'm like I said, I'm not saying it's all on Jones, but he is just as much to blame for this right now with his development, almost as much, I would say, as anything else. It's year 6, baby. I need it now. If not year 6, when?
That's
when? You know, not
right.
Everything's always going to be perfect, fellas. You know, that's just the name of the NFL. Back in those days, in the 90s, early 2000s, it was a different game there. You know, it didn't matter about the rookie quarterback scale or whatever. They was getting paid year 1. That was how it is. When they see in year 4 or 5 that this guy is not the guy probably to take us to the bowl, they move on. It's year 6 now, so we need it this time now.
That's a fact. That's
it's
a fact.
It's got to be that way.
Unpopular
I think
opinion.
Not showed that Shane is thinking the same thing.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I think everybody's on the same page when it comes to that. For sure. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But Unpopular Opinion Sports says, shout out to the OG Ali. Hey, listen, real quick. I know I said it earlier, man, but I'm just gonna make sure, man, that we do our just due, man, to make sure this community sticks tight. And I just wanted to shout out Unpopular Opinion Sports, man. If you are not subscribed to them, please make sure you are. And of course, I mean, the panel, if you are not subscribed to the Giant Way and Born for Sports, yo, you just missing out. You missing out. And I'm telling you, the reason on why they are joining me is because I watched them. These are not just some guys that I just was just like, hey, yo, look, let's do this. No, I watched them, man. So definitely subscribe to them. And Ali Jackson says, Jones is smart, but because the blocking is suspect, he is going to regress instead of progress. William Horton says, what up? Giant salute.
Will.
What's up, Will?
Oh, we lost my man.
Ooh.
Well, we're gonna wait till he come back. So back to your point on what you were saying. The only thing that I had to say about that is that with Jones, he is the only quarterback that I know that did not have any weapons that went to the Pro Bowl versus on the offensive line and wide receiver.
Andrew Thomas,
and even Saquon.
Well,
yeah. But what year was that?
On that though.
What year was that though? I just don't remember. What year was that?
I think it was 20. I believe it was 2022. I believe.
Okay. And I mean,
I'll double check that.
And with that being said, it shows how much better Daniel Jones can play if we have that type of caliber play around him.
True story. If I could just get DJ, can I get DJ against Minnesota at least 8 games a year? then I will come on my channel, your channel, Ian Crow.
That's how I kind of felt like last season, right? Last season, it was kind of like a teaser in a way, man, because we got 2022 Daniel Jones in that Cardinal game. You know what I mean? And it was just like you had a horrible performance, then you get that, and it's just like you left in the air. You know what I mean?
That second half, he was amazing. I ain't gonna lie. Him and Saquon, they put it on their back and took us.
Come on. Ali Jackson says, I do, but it's a difference between Dave Brown with straight up ass. DJ can be the guy, but he needs better. Also, look at the team. Trevor Lawrence is on a better team, but the stats are the same. Unpopular Opinion Sports says guys like Tannehill, Alex Smith, and even Jared Goff were all late bloomers, so to speak. Jones can get better.
with them, it was just the situation around them. As we seen with Goff, when they really started protecting him, adding them weapons to the wide receiver and gave him a competent running back, you seen what was up, and they had a good defense on top of that. And that's the other thing that's going to be big for Jones's success is the defense.
Oh, we gotta talk about that.
Keep
defense,
teams out of the end zone. Because we can't keep playing from behind, yo. We can't keep playing from behind.
Fact. Hey, look, I'm glad you brought it up. We actually about to bring up the defense in a second, but let me just catch up with the chat real quick. In a league of my own says, what does a successful season for Daniel Jones look like? We're gonna answer that. And Big Dad says just subbed up to both channels. Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, yo.
Thanks,
Dad.
I mean,
appreciate you,
listen, man. Big Dash knows is another one. Yo,
yeah, I tuned in.
Phenomenal, man. Just phenomenal, man. Phenomenal work, man.
Dash on Twitter. He be doing things. I see.
Hey, yo, I literally, man, like every video, I got the notifications coming on my phone and all of that. When that video pop up, it's game time. Yo, kids, wife, give me a second. I gotta tune in. It's time to see what's going on. So Big Dash is definitely one of those guys, man. You definitely have to subscribe to. Ali Jackson says exactly. This NYG squad is going to shock the entire league. So before we get into the defense, what does a successful season for Daniel Jones look like? That's a good question. I'll start by just saying, man, to me, a successful season right now at this point in time, because I feel like we are done with the trial, portion of Daniel Jones.
Right. Now or never, baby.
We need a big year, and we need something that says we were at the very least contenders to make the playoffs, and Daniel Jones was a part of the solution, not the one holding us back. That's the only thing that can really save Daniel Jones right now, because anything less, I feel like it's a wrap, man. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. I
feel
agree.
like that.
I agree with you, bro. I agree, because it's like, I want to get to the point. It's year 6 now. I want to get to the point where I know who's my franchise quarterback, and on top of that, I want to win games because of Daniel Jones, not in spite of Daniel Jones, not because we didn't let Daniel Jones hurt us. We need him to lead us.
Yeah.
Well, this is the year we're gonna see it.
Can we have that feeling like, yo, when Daniel Jones has the rock, can we have that feeling like, oh shit, like, yo, we feel confident, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I
have that.
I think it just goes to just what I said before. I mean, the talent's there. Like we all know it's there. But can we protect him? And then the people that he's throwing to, can they catch the ball? That's the biggest thing, because there's been plenty of games where Daniel Jones was on point and we couldn't continue our drive because the ball was dropped.
No, right.
So
right.
It's just like everything has to work for this to work. And
what's your expectation for him? What do you need from him this year?
So my expectation for him is to definitely be way better. I don't want to give like exact stats and numbers or anything like that, but I will definitely say he will have more touchdowns and receptions just due to the talent that we have on our team now. And I think that, with the wide receivers that we have, the game that we anticipate to play is literally just throw the ball, get the ball in their hands, and let them do whatever they need to do with it, run underneath however they do it. I just think we just need to build off of that, because once they start doing that and they start tuning in on the wide receivers, Daniel can do that run option. Yeah. And my boy got jets. So it ain't sweet.
Just slide, baby. Yeah. Please slide, baby. No, but I definitely agree with you, John Way. I definitely agree with you, bro. Like this is it for him. I think we have the talent at receiver. There's no question about it. This is the best receiver talent we've had, I believe, since the Super Bowl in 2011.
For sure.
In my opinion, talent-wise. Now, talent is talent, production is production. I'm not saying that they're as good as that trio. That trio was legendary, probably the best receiver corps in franchise history those few years. But the talent is there. I need 25 touchdowns, bro. I need 25 touchdowns. And I'm not just talking about 10 in the air and maybe a little 8 on the ground. No, I need 25 touchdowns, 4,000 yards. This is. I don't want to. I know you don't want to put a stat number on it, but I'm just kind of like showing y'all where my mental is at with him. I feel comfortable. You know.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Real quick, he's making how much, baby?
Quick, you know, let me just catch up with the chat. Holly Jackson says, "Man, I'm trying to go cut my grass, and y'all got me talking about my team." Hey, look, I feel you. I'm definitely supposed to be cutting mine today, man. But you know, hey, look,
it was raining up there.
I'll get to it.
Things happen.
I get to it. Yeah, Bob with us, man. Bob with us, OG. Bob with us, man. You sit back, man. Get some lemonade or something. We'll get to the grass when we get to it, man. But now, Unpopular Opinion Sports says, "Can you drop the links to the fellas' channels in the chat?" Nah, that's for sure. That's for sure, fellas. I'm not sure if y'all could do that on y'all end, but I'm gonna definitely
should be able to.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Ollie Jackson says, "All due respect, but Philly is going to struggle as well as the rest of the NFC East because of new players and key spots and new coaches. Our staff is still together except the DC position." Big Dad says, "Cut grass at 7:50." Yeah, yeah, that's a wrap. Oh, I'm an hour behind. Live in Minnesota.
Understand?
Big Dad says, "I'm from Jersey, but in Arizona right now." That's on my to-do list to go to Arizona, man. My twin brother, he's been to Arizona. Said it's beautiful.
Hey, Arizona's lit, man. Arizona's lit. It's beautiful out there, man.
Nah, I definitely have to make my visit. But look, man, let's go ahead and just talk about this defense.
Oh yeah.
Listen, maybe my expectation might be too high. You know what I mean? Let me just start by prefacing that.
We might be on the same page, but I'm gonna let you do it first because I'm with you, brother.
I'm gonna say this. I think that the Giants defense, that aura that we come with, I think we're back. And I think our defensive line is going to be the catalyst into our success. When our defensive line eats, you know, Philly kind of showed this, you know, a couple years ago. When our defensive line eats, everybody else is going to eat. So that's just kind of the long story short of how I feel about it. Y'all talk to me, man. How y'all feel?
Well, I guess I'll go. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm with you. I think that this defense has potential by the end of the year. And I'm going to say at the end of the year, only because we have a new coordinator. And, you know, sometimes it takes some time for guys to, you know, get the terminology, you know where their assignments are at all times in different key situations without being told by the coach. And that takes time. But you look at the talent. You look at this defensive line. Dexter Lawrence is the best defensive tackle in football, not named Chris Jones, in my opinion. Okay? Yep. All right, this guy is a monster in the middle, and think about how many times he has had double and triple teams and put up the production he does. Now you're adding Brian Burns to the edge. That dude right there is not getting enough talk only because of where he played at in Carolina, where they struggled, had some couple of bad years, but he's always been a talent. In fact, I remember in the draft with Dexter Lawrence, when we took Dexter Lawrence, I thought we were going to get Burns, and I believe he got taken a pick before we got him, and we took Dex instead. Now you're putting them both on the same line. Incredible bend on the edge. The guy's motor is relentless. His speed, all of that. It's just going to help Kayvon focus on what he does on the side. So now you got that D-line. That talent is there, man. That talent is there. Okay, and we all know as Giant fans, it's been like this for a long time. When our D-line and our front seven is who they are, what we're used to seeing, we're usually a playoff team. Eventually.
Come on, man.
Eventually, we are.
Come on, man.
Hey, look, and Eric K in the middle, too?
Hold on, y'all. Like, I just hold on. In a league of my own, there's one area where y'all for sure will not struggle: the defensive line. As a Panthers fan, y'all are going to love Burns. Third and long, it's a wrap. He will create pressure. Run defense is fair. not great. But you know what I mean? My thing is, my twin brother, he's a Panthers fan. And so I paid a little bit more attention to the Panthers than the average, individual. So I already know, man, having Burns with the compliments of Aziz and Kayvon Thibodeau, come on, yo. Come on, man.
What
ain't no offensive lineman in the world that has the stamina to keep up. But go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So everyone talks about Kayvon benefiting from Brian Burns, but I honestly believe that my man Dex is going to benefit the most because we already know what type of player Dex is. Like we already know what he going to do and what he's about. With Kayvon, we can see what he does when he has a running mate. But now the X factor is Brian Burns because Brian Burns got his own motor. He don't need nobody to let him go. He just go. And this is an unpopular opinion of last year's with Kayvon. I felt like a lot of his sacks fell in his hands. I'm just being honest. Not saying that, a sack ain't a sack, but I felt like a lot of sacks fell in his hands.
Yeah, you're right.
And there wasn't you just beat your man and got to the quarterback. No, Dex had to crash the pocket and then you got to the quarterback, which is fine. Right. We a team, which is fine. We are a team. That's how it's supposed to work. But I believe with Brian Burns, man, it's about to go crazy because that pressure about to be something different with Dex and Brian Burns. And then the biggest thing is if you get Kayvon going, then it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Yeah, those rushes right there, like you said, bro. Dex is tough, double and triple all the time. Is what I was saying. And now you put, like you said, you putting Burns out there. Who you gonna block? Who you gonna block? It's gonna be ugly for some O-lines playing this team on them third downs, man.
They are going to be tired. They're going to have their hands, man, full. I definitely did try to drop the link below, man. If y'all can, go ahead and hit that, man. That is the Giant Ways link right there. And the League of My Own says, hey, yo, relax. He thinks he don't see it, but yo, you don't understand, man. You don't understand. It is there. Ollie Jackson says, yes, true. And now you add Brian Burns to take pressure off KT. That's going to push. Hey, yo, let's eat. Unpopular Opinion Sports has this question. Who do y'all think steps up next to Dex?
To be honest, the person that I wanted us to draft was Devondre Sweat. I felt like he would have fit right in perfectly just because he's a big body and you have no choice but to put two people on him. I don't think that we take the nose away from Dex, and obviously he's not on the team, so I'm just speaking. I don't think that we take the nose away from Dex, but we get a big body that can eat up two blocks as that third technique and get that center alone with Dex. Man,
listen,
that's a recipe for disaster.
Nunez Roches, man, he was supposed to be the guy that when we signed him, he was supposed to be the big OG run stopper.
Right.
I need that. That. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm not going to just say like we don't need, that pass rush for him. But I'm not worried about that. I feel confident about our pass rush where we are now. Not even including, blitz packages and stuff like that. But Nunez, I need him to be that dog, that run stopper, that. Hey, look, that's what I need from him. And
keep the running backs up, bro.
Keep them up. And look, that's who I'm counting on, man. That's who I'm counting on.
Jordan Riley.
Yeah, I was just about to say Jordan Riley. Don't forget about Jordan Riley.
There was some games I saw last year where he got in there in that pocket on some pass rushing down. So I think he's a guy that he's in the developmental stage, but. Hey, let's see what he looks like in training camp. Maybe he can crack this rotation and be a bigger part. But I definitely agree with you, bro. Roches has to be that guy that's going to help Dex on that run down, man.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that in your heart? That's all I ask. Like, do you really believe he's going to be that guy?
Roches?
No. You might as well dip him in the cheese.
I think he's a rotation guy, to be honest. I don't think he's
that's a great question.
For sure. And I mean,
he's one of those guys you kind of rotate in and out, not a starter, though. Be honest with you. You're right on
that. Ollie Jackson.
steps it up a little, you know.
Ali Jackson says, "Don't forget Isaiah Simmons, the jack of all trades."
I was gonna get to him.
Also remember that this DC won't have KT dropping in the coverage like the other DC did. Yeah, oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. We don't need that shit.
Bro,
we don't need that.
I can't tell y'all. Y'all here listening to me? Listen. I can't tell y'all how many times I'm sitting up there with my people and we're like, who is that number 5 dropping back covering a tight end? Why is he making Kayvon cover the running back? What is
my
this?
Man was gassed out there running after them running backs and wide receivers.
I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, man. Yeah. This is one thing about Thibodeau, man, that frustrates me about him. When it comes to him setting that edge, y'all, he gambles entirely too much, man. And he pisses me off with that shit sometimes. Now, I will say the Washington game, it worked out for him when he went absolutely zany.
Oh man!
But
Washington, no,
it is Washington. You right. It is Washington. But outside of that, he pisses me off when he does that, man. And he he has to be. I hope that someone has sat his ass down and looked over some tape with him and just says, "Yo, we can't have that no more." Yeah, because he just did it over and over again, and I'm just like, "Yo, am I the only one who sees this shit?"
Oh, no doubt about it.
Part of that, brother. Part of that is the system that we run. And this is just me. I'm just speaking about me. I hate the 3-4. I think it's terrible. Because the teams that we play against are big on big. And like you said, Kayvon getting to that edge versus the Eagles, getting to that edge versus the Cowboys, non-existent. He's not big enough, which is why I give him credit. Bro came to camp on swole mode. You can't tell me he's not bigger now. Bro, he's way bigger now. So I'm definitely excited to see how he plays against the run now that he's a little bit bigger.
Real quick, just to catch up with the chat. In the league of my own says Kayvon Thibodeau has to show up. Burns is going to attract running backs to help the tackle. Decks will be doubled, and Kayvon Thibodeau should have plenty one-on-one opportunities. Yeah, man. Let's not forget, man. I mean, as much as whatever we can say about Kayvon, man, one thing he is going to do is cause havoc, man. He is going to cause havoc. So we just play hard. Yeah, yeah.
He might not be making the smart decision that like you said, with the edge and everything, but he does. He plays to the whistle, and that's something.
And I appreciate the fact that his expectations is high, man. You know, that's what I want to hear from, you know what I mean, from my seat. But yeah, Ali Jackson says, yes, Roaches can be. Wink's system didn't fit his skill set. Unpopular Opinion Sports says you also have Ryder Anderson and DJ Davidson as rotational pieces. But I don't think we have a solid everyday starter at that 3-tech yet. Nah. Hopefully someone steps up.
It should be Jordan Riley, just based off of the play that he's already done, and his size and just the potential. I think he just need one good offseason with Dex. I mean, I'm talking about you following him everywhere he go. You do exactly what he do, and I think he could turn into a dog.
Right. Unpopular Opinion Sports says, I think Raleigh can be that, but we got to see. In the league of my own says, bad news. Burns gambles as well on the edge, but he'll have some highlight plays. Big Dash says, I threw my remote every time I saw Tibbs drop into the flat. And Ali Jackson says, yes, he did, and that's what Wink asked him to do.
I dropped too many Modelo's at my seat, bro.
So can I ask y'all a question? Like, did y'all really like Wink's system? Like, keep it a bean. Like, did y'all really think the whole pressure?
That's a good question.
Was gonna be a thing?
I did at first. I did. But what I did notice about Wink's system was he did not emphasize stopping the run enough for me. That's the only problem I had with it. It always has to start there. He would talk about it, but you see the stuff he's doing, the tape don't lie, bro. Like, it don't lie. And he's doing stuff like he's not even focusing on the run enough for me. In my opinion, it's an OG statement, but at the end of the day, it always starts with stopping the run. If you want to rush the pass, you got to stop the run first. Who's worrying about the pass when it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2 every damn third down?
Right.
No, fact, and I don't.
It's obsolete.
I don't think we necessarily had the pieces to be doing all that fucking man.
Nah,
I don't think. Right. I just don't. I don't think we had the. I don't think we had the pressure. Like if you take this roster and put it in Wink system, hey,
we might have some. We might have something.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But because I will say this:
he can play those games with the rushes. It's true.
I will say this with Wink though, man. I think that the only reason why I wasn't too harsh on it because it worked. You know, at times it worked. 2022 is really what I'm referring to.
They held us down a lot in a lot of games.
They held us down a lot, man. And I remember, I think it was the Green Bay game. I think it was the Green Bay game that when they came, when it was the defense who we needed to make that last stop to win us that game.
London, it was.
And Coach Wink sent them dogs on that last play. Yep. When the play first started unfolding, I was like, yo, what are we doing? But then when it was successful, man, I was like, yo, we did this.
Let's go.
So, that's exactly life of a Giant fan. Just what you just said.
So it's just one of those situations where I'm just like, man. You know, if it works, you gotta love it. But I could, you know,
that defense really, really held their own a lot of games in 2022, especially when they were trying to figure things out with how they were going to attack offensively it was Saquon in a cloud of dust a lot of times. The defense was getting turnovers. They were keeping us in games, you know, getting third down stops. I remember that Raven game, and that was by far to me the best game I went to in 2022.
Oh my God! Oh, what a time, man! What a time!
Oh, that I enjoyed.
That fourth quarter, boys. Oh, that fourth quarter. Let me tell you something. Wink, he was playing a lot of games.
That boy was cooking up.
He was cooking them up, man. And it was a sight to see, you know. And if it wasn't for that defense in that fourth quarter, we don't win that game, and maybe we don't make the playoffs that year. You know, so I look at it from that point of view.
So Big Dash says, I liked Wink's system. Being aggressive in comparison to that soft ass zone Graham was running. Nah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And we can't. Yeah, that's a fact. Ali says Wink was trying to undermine the head coach to make him look incompetent.
No doubt about it.
All right, gentlemen, going to do my yard work now. Man, Giant salute, OG, man. Thanks for tapping in with us. God bless and good night. Yes, sir, man. Giant salute, man. Thank you.
Respect.
Unpopular opinion sports says I like the system, but did it fit our team or our division? That's what pissed Dable off. Think about it. You in a division that likes to run the ball, but that's not the strength. Wink's defense. Now, that's a good ass point. That's a good ass point. But that also makes me think of this, right? Do you think that, because we brought up Coach Dable a little bit with his relationship with Daniel Jones, and now we kind of bringing him up again in the theme of just him clashing heads with Wink. Do y'all believe the narrative that maybe Coach Dable has an immaturity to him that may hurt us in the long run? Because I'm going to be real. From my seat, it looked like Coach Dable just was looking for something or someone to blame. And I hated to see that because I'm just like, yo, don't put the blame on Wink. Focus on the shit that is really killing us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just kind of, you know what I mean?
Just to piggyback off that, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, I felt like he was looking for a scapegoat, and he kind of wanted it to be Daniel Jones just a little bit. But due to his contract, that can't really happen. I think Wink, or I think DeBoer knew what Wink was trying to do. and just like kind of
Right.
undermine him just a little bit.
Yes.
But I mean, that was like the big emphasis that they put on though in Hard Knocks when they were talking about the run game, when they were going over Bowen's stats on what he does versus the run. You know, that's something that Sean wants to see. I think we all want to see that, you know, because there's nothing we can do if teams are getting 6 or 7 yards off of each pop. You know what I mean? There's no way of stopping that. You know, our defense don't have the depth for that because, you know, once decks come out, you already know what's about to happen.
Running up the middle.
Up the middle. They want to run it down our throat.
Yep.
So I mean, it's just,
and Dex can't play every freaking snap. We need guys to step up and clog that middle like they supposed to. No doubt about it.
That's a fact.
But to piggyback what you said, John Way, I would say this about Wink, with the relationship with Dable and the immaturity concerns. I think there is an element to the immaturity part in the sense of coaching, head coach immaturity. Knowing Dable has to know there's certain things I can't show the public, I can't show the media. This is New York. I gotta keep it in house. And I think, I think the frustration of losing, because whatever was going on between, there was clearly something going on between him and Wink the whole season.
We couldn't stop nobody.
Yeah, and he was getting tight about it. And then it was like, then you know, Wink personality is, man, fuck out of here. Like, don't tell me nothing.
Right.
So it's like they're just butting heads all year, and the players see it in the locker room that it's a war between the two. You know? So it's like you got two stubborn dudes going head to head on everything, and when it don't work, that's what you're going to see. So I think there's an element that he's still, people forget this is going to be only his third year as a head coach. Not offensive coordinator, not an assistant. It's a different animal when you're the guy, because all the eyes are on you and you will look to it for the leadership. So now I take it as last year he learned from that. We will see who he really is this year going forward.
Yeah, man. I think you know, the pressure in a way is on him. I don't think I don't think it's a Daniel Jones pressure. I don't think it's in the sense of like it's going to cost him his job. But I just think that you know, this fan base don't play, man. And you know, once we start, you know, expressing ourselves, the question that will be brought up, hey, is Dable the guy? You know, unfortunately, I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those guys that is going to be like, yo, he won Coach of the Year, but that shit didn't matter. No, that shit matters. Like, you had a phenomenal year.
Showed me everything I needed to see.
You turned the whole program around.
So I'm in that position where I feel like, yo, Dable, you know, like Big Dad said, yo, you got the call, now drive it. Like the ball is in your court. Like, we need you to make it happen. Let's not even think about firing and whatever. No, we just need you to handle it. Like, okay, get it done. Unpopular opinion sports says you stop the run, and that allows you to rush the passer. It's an old school philosophy, but it's still very relevant in today's game. Just like players can develop, so can coaches. Dable will get better. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's all a process, man. It's all a process, and that's the thing, man.
Especially like you said, you know, this is New York, man. You know, we season ticket holders, we not trying to like keep losing and keep seeing the same thing. Me personally, I believe in Dable. I think he's a good coach, and I think he has room to grow where we can see him getting better as a coach. But it's about wins, it's about losses, and I personally want continuity. I'm just tired of the every 2-year thing. We running it back with another regime and stuff. I think it's time that we show continuity, especially after Dable had won Coach of the Year, took us to playoffs first year. Listen, Wink played a part, but he was the one driving that car. So he showed and proved himself to me as a fan that if you give him the tools, he can lead us. How far he can lead us, that's a different topic. But better off than starting over. I'm tired of that. I need continuity.
That's a fact. That's a
I
fact.
need at least I want at least 2 more years to evaluate this regime.
And matter of fact, Joe Schoen kind of said it in Hard Knocks. He said it in Hard Knocks. Like, listen, the whole, you know, getting a new GM, getting a new coach, and all that firing, hiring thing, like that's bad for an organization. You know what I mean?
Nah,
That's not healthy.
It doesn't do anything because everybody comes in with their own opinions on what they want to do. So it's just we got to stay together and just stick to what we're doing now.
And how are you going to attract a top candidate when they always know every 2 years you change?
The coach going to change, yeah.
How you going to? The coaches are not going to want to deal with that.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Popular. That's a good point, brother.
The Lions stuck with Dan Campbell, and look at them now.
Yeah. You know, they did it right, and he's right. On Popular Opinion Sports, shout out to you. That's a good point. The Lions, they would. I heard the Lion fans talking about they wanted Campbell out after year one. Tripping out like, nah, this ain't the guy. He just a guy that like to win the press conference and all that.
Yo.
Look now, he building the team. And when you got that GM and that coach in sync in today's NFL, when you got that same vision and they just going after the talent that they know to be successful, that's when you see that happen. That's why I don't want to break this up yet. I'm not ready to give up on Shane and Dable as a tandem yet. I need continuity. I'm tired of every 2 years we changing up. Let's see where they can take us. Maybe it's because the quarterback isn't the one they need. We'll see. Or maybe it just takes time. Let's be honest. I'm going to be real. I didn't think we were making the playoffs the first year they were here. I didn't think it.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it so 100 with y'all.
I was definitely optimistic.
I was
happy. But look though. It's okay. And that's another thing, man, because I realize that there's a lot of that going on in the Giants fan base, man. Like, it's okay for you to formulate your opinion to say, I don't see it. Or like even when it goes to that 2022 season, for you to say, look, I just didn't see it at the time. That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. And it's fair. It's like, it happens. My problem is this. My problem is when motherfuckers don't see it and then they start hating. Like, are you a fan or not? You know what I mean? Like, yo, you starting to hate on it.
I can't stand people like that. I cannot stand people like that.
Like, that's when it gets annoying. You know what I mean?
I go through that with Knicks fans all the time too. I'm a Knicks fan too, so it's like I go through that all the time. Like, so I already know what it is. My whole thing is, listen, we all got opinions, but at the end of the day, all we want to do as fans is win. That's it. Show me. I want to be wrong on Jones. Right. You think I don't? I do.
You wrong. I'm saying it now.
Well, you're wrong. We'll see. We'll see. I want to be wrong. Trust me, I do.
Hey, look.
I do.
Unpopular Opinion Sports says they was chanting Jared Goff's name every 5 minutes at the drive, right, TP? Can y'all imagine Giants fans chanting Daniel Jones' name? Yo, that is a fact. Yo, they was treating Jared Goff like the president out there, yo. I'm talking about every time his name popped up somewhere, it was Jared Goff, Goff. And they
had nowhere to go but up, TP. I mean, like, you know, they don't win nothing. They never do. So it's like all it took was one good year and you forget it. Yo, and rightfully so. They deserve it.
Listen. I want, when I tell y'all, like, I just can picture this shit. All I want is for us to just go off, make a run to the playoffs, and have that moment right there when we are chanting DJ. And then in the background, I want y'all to play that Lil Wayne Go DJ. You know what I mean? Like, I want that lit moment. You know what I mean? In my head, that's the Giants fan coming out of me where I'm just like, I envision that.
If that happens, if this man goes out there and plays Daniel Jones versus Minnesota Vikings at least 8 or 9 times a year, takes us to the playoffs, we're in a playoff game or two, right? I will come on my channel and publicly apologize for everything I said about the guy. Because you know why?
Tuned in that day.
Oh, tune in, baby. I'm going live. I'm not even going to record. I'm going live. I'll come right back on here wherever you need me. And I'll tell you one thing. Like I said, I just want to win like anyone else.
That's a fact. And that's all that matters, man. That's all that matters.
Fans, we're used to winning. This time that we've been through these last few years, it don't feel good, man. It don't. So we trying to get back to 2022 is one of the best seasons as a Giant fan I had in a long time.
That's a fact. I second that. I second that.
It was a fun
One
ride.
of the
I ain't
best
gonna
years
lie.
of
For
my
sure.
life of being a Giants fan.
Real
Okay.
talk. Real
It
talk.
was lit. It was lit.
It really it reminded me of 1997, that year that Cannell came out of nowhere and took them to the playoffs. But the only difference was they actually won a playoff game, you know, because
Okay.
after that year followed the Jim Fossil era, and you know, we got Shockey, Tuma, and you know, all of that. And it was a fun ride with Kerry Collins or whatever. That's what I was hoping for after 2022. That's what I was hoping for. So let's see if we get it, man. Let's go. I'm with it. I'm hoping.
Hey, listen, man. Before we call it a night,
Right.
I just wanted to say this real quick. Make sure that y'all follow the Giant Way and Born for Sports as well. Make sure that y'all subscribe to them, man. And I just want to thank y'all, man, because this was actually just exactly how I envisioned it, man. This was a dope episode and show. And man, we got just more to come, man. We got more to come. And this season, like I said, I'm going hard with it. Me personally, my goal, I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I shoot high, I aim high,
with you.
and I know I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Let's do it, baby. I
take
hope
time.
we all get it. I hope we all get it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
One thing about this energy I felt tonight was all three of us, and even everyone in the chats, true Giant Big Blue feeling there. This is the cream of the crop. This isn't like a celebrity thing out there where, you know, the celebrity snobs, they get the little front row and they get seen on TV and they like, oh yeah, I've been a Giant fan all this time. Yeah, I never seen you, dog. I never seen you.
Yeah.
That's real. This right here, true blue right here.
That's
and I enjoyed myself, and I hope we can do this again.
But listen, before we do log off, I did want you to just go ahead and just talk a little bit about the 330 crew. Is it?
Yeah.
Can you just man, holler at us about that, because I'm definitely interested. I'll be seeing the pics and all of that to be like, damn, that look lit.
Well, you know, I've known these guys for a long time now. We're like real close, and we're all true blue Giant fans. You know, we're cool with everybody that's cool with us. You know, even the SOGs, they know us, they show us love too. But we out there tailgating. You know, J8 come through for the games. We out there tailgating, having a good time, and you know, we at section 330. You know, and we do it big, man. And we're true Giant fans, and you know, we're trying to be out there and support the team just as much as anybody else. So anybody come through, show love, man. We out there.
Yes, sir.
You'll be seeing more of us.
Yup. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be out there soon, man.
Can't wait, baby.
And yeah, we're gonna definitely turn up. But go ahead, David, man. Talk to us, man. Any closing words?
Shoot, man. Just follow me on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok. On TikTok, I'm very active. I'm always trying to find something silly to do. Something to talk about. Definitely gonna try and keep my channel popping. If y'all haven't followed us, follow us. If anybody got any questions for me, I'm very reachable. So just send me a message anytime y'all see me on live, see me in person, holler at me. Especially if you're a Giants fan, please holler at me, because I love seeing my people, man, for sure.
For sure.
Yes,
for
sir,
sure.
yes,
Same
sir.
here. Born for Sports YouTube channel, BORN 4 SPORTZ. Hey, show me love, man. I'll be out there. I'm always recording stuff from the games anyway, so you'll see me.
Yes, sir. Big Dash says, great show, fellas. TP, salute.
Appreciate
yes, sir.
That,
salute, Big Dash, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it, for real. Hey, look, last thing, man. He mentioned this TikTok, and I actually forgot to, I was telling him before we actually started recording, his TikTok be having me crying. He be posting some funny shit up there. Like, he had this one joint I was showing wifey. He was like, the caption was something like, how your wife act before Hard Knocks come on. And that shit had me crying. I was showing wifey that she was laughing.
I gotta check
but definitely
TikTok, man. I'm commenting on that.
Definitely get with him. Unpopular Opinion Sports. Peace, fellas.
Hey, salute, brother.
All right,
Yes,
salute,
sir,
y'all.
man.
My boy.
Yup, this is the New York Giant Lieutenants. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for vibing with us, rocking with us. Until next time. Hey, look, the next time is coming very soon. So make sure you hit that notification bell, you subscribe, you do all of those good things because it's lit. It's going up from here on out, man. So giant salute to y'all.
Yes,
Until
sir.
next time. Peace.
Ciao, brother. All right.